Alright, so let's actually look at an example of finding a volume. Again, you will need to persevere. The information won't be simple and straightforward. You're going to have to do a couple steps to get to the correct answer. If you can accept that going into the problem, it'll be a lot easier. Okay? So let's take a look. We need to find the volume of a square pyramid to the nearest cubic yard. So there's a lot of things that they're asking us. You'd probably just skip over this and then go right to the problem, but they're telling us quite a few different things. First, they're asking us for volume. We're going to set our directions. We're going to remind our future self what we're being asked to solve. Okay? Additionally, so I can cross that out. Additionally, they're telling us that this is a square pyramid. Square pyramid. What that means is the base is a square. So I can look at this picture and get a couple more pieces of information. If this is a square, then I know that this is 30, and back there is 30, and over here is 30. So I wouldn't have been able to get that piece of information had I not read more closely. But now I can cross that off. It's also a pyramid though. That's another piece of information. The volume of a pyramid is 1/3 the area of the base times the height. And then lastly, nearest cubic yard. So we know that we're going to have to round it to a whole number at the end, and our unit is going to be yards cubed. Now, if we're looking at our thing, though, we've got feet. So we know that we're going to have to do a conversion. Okay, let's get into it. For our equation, we need the area of the base and the height. I'm just going to take this one piece at a time. So let's tackle the area of the base. Well, what is the base? The base is a square. A square is a type of rectangle. Rectangles can be found using length times width. And since this is a square, again, if I didn't read square, I wouldn't have known this other side. So that would be 30 times 30. So 30 times 30, 3 times 3 is 9. We got 2 zeros. That's 900 feet squared. Okay, because that was 30 feet. See, I'm still bad at writing units. Maybe someday I'll get better. Feet times feet is feet squared. Okay, so I'm going to be able to plug that in to my volume equation. So volume equals 1/3 times 900 feet squared. Okay, now I need to find my height. Well, here's the important thing about a pyramid. The height goes directly up and down. The height is right here. So I'm going to cover this H in red over here as well. The height has to go straight up and down. That's why they include this little right angle symbol. Additionally, it's directly in the center of the pyramid. So what are some pieces of information that I can get? If this is directly in the center, then that means that this right here has to be 15, because this is half of 30. But that still doesn't help me get this, the thing that I'm after. Or does it? Looking at this, again, persevering, it's going to take a few steps. What kind of shape do we have right here? That's a right triangle. How can we find the third side of a right triangle? The Pythagorean theorem. So in order to find our height here, we need to plug into the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If you remember, c is our hypotenuse. Look at our picture. Which one's our hypotenuse? It's not the h. So I'm going to make h my a, 15 squared my b, and 17 is across from the right angle, so that's my hypotenuse. Okay, pause the video, maybe even rewind it. Take a look at what we've done so far, just finding the height. This is a lot of steps, and that's okay. H squared plus 225, 17 squared. I don't know that off the top of my head. Let's see, 17 times 17, 289. Okay, so in order to solve this for h, I need to subtract 225 from both sides. Okay, 289 minus 225 I think is 64, because we like nice round numbers. So h squared equals 64, which means that h equals 8, because I take the square root of both sides. So my height here, this picture is not to scale, my height here is 8. Okay, 8 feet. Gotta keep our units. Okay, so all of that, we're still not there yet. Okay, and we won't be for a while. You have to accept that. These are going to be a lot of steps. So we got 1/3. 1/3, 900 times 8. We can multiply those all together. 1/3 of 900 is 100, or 300 times 8 would be 2400, I think. Let's see. 900 divided by 3 times 8, 2400. Okay, and if we look at our units, we have feet squared times feet, which would be feet cubed. Okay, well, that was a lot. Oh wait, we're still not there. Our units that they want are yards cubed, but we currently have feet cubed, so we're going to have to do some conversions. Remember, the conversions, if everybody knows that 1 foot, or I should say it as 1 yard, 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. But both of these are one-dimensional. So if I am working in the third dimension, I need to cube these. So 1 cubed is 1, yards cubed is yards cubed, and then 3 cubed is 9. So this really becomes, let me do this in green, 1 cubic yard equals 9 cubic feet. Which should make sense. If you have a cubic yard, then that would mean that we have 3 feet on each dimension. And if you counted up all these squares, all those cubes I should say, you would have 9 cubes. Or where did I mess up? Oh, I messed up by not doing 3 squared. I did 3 squared, not 3 cubed. 27. See, caught my mistake. So we've got 27, and we can see that each layer here is 9 cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we have 3 layers of that. So there'd be 27 feet cubed. So now to convert, let's put that in pink again. We got 2,400 feet cubed. And we're going to multiply that by something that will allow us to divide our feet. So if you think back to the last video, if we divide this by 27 feet cubed, 27 feet cubed, okay, now feet are in the denominator, and I can bring this fraction up here. So 1 over 27 yards cubed over cubic feet. Okay. Man, lots of colors. All right, so feet divides feet. I'm left with just yards. And that would be 2,400 times 1 divided by 27. So if I do that, 2,400 divided by 27, I get, and it says the nearest cubic yard, it's 88.88 repeating. That would be 89 yards cubed. Okay, so I can divvy some of this up. So look through this whole process. Yes, it took a long time. Get over it. Okay, the good things in life take a long time to get. There were multiple pieces here. We had to find the height. We had to find the area of the base. We had to convert. We had to do so many things in order to get this one sentence question correct. But because we were careful, because we accepted the fact that it would take a long time, we took our time and got it right. So that is all I have for you for this. The next one, it's a cylinder. All I can really say about that is that the area of a circle is pi r squared. So that should help you with that. And it looks like you're going to have to do some conversions as well from millimeters to liters. So, but you can do it. I believe in you. All right. Well, friends, that has been calculating volume. If you have any questions, as always, please reach out. Goodbye.